Hello everyone, my name is Liu Lin. Our topic today is auditing in context. Here we take AstraZeneca as an example. Our share will include following parts: introduction to auditing, advantages and disadvantages of auditing, levels of assurance in auditing, eligibility and regulatory requirements. First of all, let's see introduction to auditing. Auditing, or let's say financial audit, is an official examination and verification of a business's financial records. For its purpose, the main goal of auditing is to make sure that the company's financial statements are accurate and are following regulatory guidelines. Auditing also gives investors, creditors, and other stakeholders reasonable assurance that they can rely on a company and its integrity. For example, the PwC is the auditing company for AstraZeneca. So PwC monitors the integrity of financial reporting and formal announcements relating to financial performance for AstraZeneca. Then its importance. Auditing can monitor the compliance of listed companies with accounting standards and regulations, reducing the risk of violations, and avoid legal disputes and reputational damage. At the same time, it can find the shortcomings of internal control, helping the company optimize the management process, improving the operational efficiency and quality. Then let's see advantages of auditing. Firstly, it can enhance stakeholders' confidence. After auditing by an independent authority, the financial statements have more credibility, ensuring the quality of external financial reporting to shareholders and other stakeholders remains paramount to the committee of AstraZeneca, and they will be assured about the accuracy of their books of accounts. Secondly, free from errors and frauds. Auditing enables the company minimize the risks of errors and frauds in books of accounts, but does not eliminate the risk entirely. It helps AstraZeneca to give a true and fair view of the state of the group's and of the company's affairs, of the group's profit, and the group's cash flows for the year then ended. Thirdly, it can facilitate tax filing. Tax authorities rely on the profit or loss figure calculated by the auditor to calculate the entity's tax liabilities and completeness of management's assessment of the identification of tax liabilities, and evaluated management's process for estimating the possible outcomes of each tax liability. On the contrast, let's see the disadvantages of auditing. Firstly, cost of auditing. Auditing can be a costly process that may require the implementation of many different measures to ensure compliance. AstraZeneca's fees for audit-related and other assurance services amounted to 6% of the fees payable to PwC for audit services in 2023. Also, the increase to the statutory audit fee may largely driven by inflationary increases. Secondly, reliance on experts. Auditing in general can be a very difficult process and requires considerable knowledge and experience. PwC provides these services in terms of their familiarity with AstraZeneca's business, skills, capability, and efficiency with which they could deliver the relevant services. AstraZeneca tests PwC's effective use of experts and technology as well as appropriate challenge of management's judgments, especially in relation to areas of significant financial reporting issues. Thirdly, it is impossible to check all transactions. The key disadvantage of performing an audit is that it is impractical to check all transactions that are taking place in the company. AstraZeneca's principal operating units cover 8 reporting components, which required a full-scope audit of their complete financial information. Either due to their size or risk characteristics, it is impractical for PwC to check all transactions, giving separate opinion on all matters. Then let's see its levels and types of assurance. For limited assurance, it is moderate, lower level of assurance. The conclusion is always expressed negatively. For example, a review of a half-year financial report. The practitioner collects less evidence than for a reasonable assurance engagement, but sufficient for a negative form of expression of the practitioner's conclusions. The reasonable assurance, high but not absolute level of assurance. The opinion is always expressed positively. For example, an audit of a financial report can be regarded as reasonable assurance. The practitioner needs to reduce the assurance engagement risk to an acceptably low level as the basis for a positive form of expression of the practitioner's conclusions. Such risk is never reduced to nil, and therefore there can never be absolute assurance. Then let's see the last part, eligibility and regulatory requirements. Who can carry out to be an audit? It is a person must be a member of a recognized supervisory body, RSB, and allowed by the rules of that body to be an auditor or someone directly authorized by the state. Regulatory environments. The provision of audit services is regulated by international standards on audit, ISAS, as well as codes of ethics and company law. Professional ethics. Integrity. It is the foundation of professionalism. Fair presentation. The obligation to report truthfully and accurately. Due professional care. The application of diligence and judgment in auditing. Confidentiality. Security of information. Independence. It is the basis for the impartiality of the audit and objectivity of the audit conclusions. The last one, evidence-based approach. It is the rational method for reaching reliable and reproducible audit conclusions in a systematic audit process. That's all for our share. This is my reference list. This is my checklist. Thank you.